Hi, I'm back, and day 45 is on the test. So I'm just going to jot that down, and this is really what I'm turning into class on Friday. So day 45, okay. And I don't really like how he did it on the calculator, so I'm just going to jot down my number of bags here. So this is 5%, or 5 people out of 100, 4%, or 40 people out of 100, 30%, 0.3, I think I said that wrong, but you know what I mean. 3, don't know, and 5, or 5 out of 100, if it was out of 100. And I think this is important to understand what we're calculating. All right, so when I look at that, I think 70 people here are accounted for, and another 80. So this has to be 0.20, or 20 people. So that's really what they asked in the first question. What is the probability that they checked exactly 3 bags? That would be 20%. Okay. Now it says if 2 passengers are chosen at random, what's the probability that at least 2 bags, both at least 2 bags? So that's the probability of at least 2. At least 2. So that would be this one, and this one, and this one, because at least 2 would be 2 bags, or maybe even 3 bags, or maybe 4 bags. So I got to add these together, because these 30 people brought 2 bags. These 20 people brought 3 bags. So 3 is at least 2, and 4 is at least 2. So understand what's happening there. That'd be 0.55, and that's what he already said in the problem. That's what your notes are. But I'm, again, explaining the logic behind this. So you would need for both of them to have at least 2, and both at the very same time would mean multiply. So I'm really just explaining his logic, and you can check out his video again if my logic doesn't make sense. Now it says calculate the mean and standard deviation. So that's why I picked this question and to watch the video on it, because I want to put this in our calculator. His calculator takes a long time to do these, and ours does it rather quickly. So let's review that. Okay, so I want to make sure you remember. I'm going to go to my table here. All right, and my first one I'm just going to call bags, because I checked bags. Or bag, and my choices are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. Okay, and then this is actually my probability, so I usually call that prob bag. Okay, so whatever, rob bag, doesn't matter, close enough. Now I'm going to type in my probabilities, making sure those add up to 1. Okay, and I'm going to double check that. Okay, good deal. Now my probability model is terrific, and so now I'm just going to go to statistics and make it do the statistics calculations for me. This is only one variable stat. The only thing we ask them is how many bags you got. So I say okay there. My list I called bag. And my frequency list now is prob bag, but I accidentally forgot the P. This is fine. All right, now I'm going to hit enter. There we go. There's my X bar, 1.8, and that's what's on your paper. So the average is 1.8. So a typical customer on my plane has that many bags, and I actually go down to sigma, and this is way faster and easier, much fewer steps than he had it. So that's why I wanted to make this video. Okay, so there's my mean and standard deviation, and I want to point out that they have asked you to calculate it. So make sure you know how to calculate it using this calculator or any other calculator. Now it says, given that they checked at least 1 bag. Once again with the logic. I like how he did in the video. So again, thinking of them as real people, given that they checked at least 1 bag. So let's see how many people checked at least 1 bag. this one, this one, this one, this one. So that's everybody but these 5 people. So that's 95 out of 100 checked at least one bag. And then it said, what would be the probability that they checked 4 bags? Okay. Checked 4. So that's 5 out of 95. And that's exactly what he said in the video. But I really wanted to reiterate, great logic there. We could also think of it as a decimal. And this decimal, the probability over these added up, would give you the same answer. These are exactly the same thing. So you don't need to add this row, but it logically makes sense when you're calculating that formula. Okay, let's check out what else is the test on. Okay, so the test is also on day 46. So I'm going to write that in my notes. Looks like I'm kind of running out of room, but I'll stick this on the bottom. Day 46. Okay, awesome. So you don't have to write anything more on your worksheet. You're not going to hand this in. But let's think about some of the comments I made here to just jog our memory. Once again, I just showed you how to put this in the calculator to get a quicker mean and standard deviation there. Also, we would make a list 3 as our variable t. We would do the same thing he would. So you can write this on your paper, or maybe let's just take a look at what it would look like. So I don't feel like typing all that in again. That would take me some time. But I am going to show you. What if I wanted to modify this list here, my list. So right now this is my x. And let's say I wanted to do the same exact thing, use this formula, and modify my x here. I can totally do that. Okay, so let's say there's some weird cost per bag that I'm associating with that. Some really crazy thing here. So for every bag, I'm charging them $460 plus another $112 for just every single person anyway. That's going to get pretty spendy really quick. Now, the reason why this amount is a lot more money is this is credit hours. How many credit hours are you taking out of college? And taking college credits are very expensive. Okay, so I could do that right in this equal box. So I hit cost is equal to, I just hit the equal sign here. This is equal to 460. And then I want this x. So I actually want bag. Okay. So, I lost that there for a minute. The cost is 460 times bag. Okay. And it likes that in parentheses. Plus 112. Enter. Yeah. Okay. So there I've done it. If you look here, you can see the formula. Cost is equal to 460 times bag plus 112. So this problem, 46, is actually much easier to do in this calculator than in the video he showed. And I just want to show you that tip, okay? Other than that, your other notes should work out just fine, so his video will be just perfectly okay. Last one. I want you to watch video